All right, let's get into it. We are diving headfirst into a massive pile of corporate shit today. Think of this less as an explainer and more of a financial autopsy. We're going to follow the money, and we're going to see exactly how expensive being a greedy cunt can be for a company named Brookfield.
So where does a story like this even begin? Well, like they always do, at a crime scene. And in this case, it's a single fucked up wire inside a fancy-ass New York City high-rise called the Eugene. A tenant reports a ticking sound. Sounds pretty minor, right? Like something for the super to just ignore. But here's the thing. This isn't just some noise complaint. Oh no. This is the one little thread that's about to unravel the whole goddamn sweat.
Yeah, see, this isn't just another maintenance ticket to get lost in the shuffle. This is Exhibit A in a case of gross systemic negligence. Because let me tell you something, when your AC unit is making a ticking sound even when it's off, that is not a glitch. That ticking sound, that's the countdown timer on a fire.
So, right, a single fucked up wire. What happens when you find out that ticking AC unit wasn't just a fluke, but actually a symptom of a building-wide electrical cancer? Well, you get a bill. A big fucking bill. So let's break down the real cost of ignoring that one tiny little tick. First up, you gotta replace every single one of those 844 shitty PTAC units. And you can't just fix the one, oh no. Turns out they're all potential fire hazards just waiting to go off. That's $2.1 million right out of the gate, just for the hardware. But here's the kicker. The units? They aren't even the real problem. Nope, it's the wiring itself. The entire electrical system is a complete shit show. We're talking a full electrical retrofit for 64 floors. You have any idea how much it costs to run new, proper wiring through a completely finished skyscraper? Cha-fucking-ching, that'll be $12 million, please.
And of course, then the city finds out. And, the city of New York, they don't really love it when you build potential tinder boxes and then rent them out for thousands of dollars a month. So we're talking hundreds of violations. At $1,000 a day, those fines, they stack up fast. That's another $9 million just flushed right down the toilet.
On top of that, you can't really keep collecting rent on apartments that might, burst into flames. It's just bad form, right? So, rent abatement for hundreds of pissed-off tenants who'd really rather not be charcoal broiled in their sleep, that's going to cost them another $7.5 million.
So let's add all that up. The crucial point here is, for this one building, their genius decision to just ignore that little ticking sound comes with a price tag of over $30 million. $30 million. All because they were too cheap to fix a fucking wire in the first place. Okay, so who are these geniuses? I mean, who looks at a $30 million liability and thinks, nah, let's just let it ride? It's time to meet the corporate cunts, the mob bosses running this whole shakedown.
So, meet Brookfield Properties, which is a subsidiary of the even bigger, badder Brookfield Corporation. These guys manage billions. They write these glossy reports with clean, fancy fonts, and they wear suits that cost more than your car. I mean, on paper, they are the very picture of corporate respectability. But you know what? Paper burns.
And get this, $6 billion. That is with a B. That's what they're bragging about to their shareholders in their latest quarterly report. $6 billion in distributable earnings. Just keep that number in your head for a minute. It's going to be really important later.
Yeah, but while they're all upstairs in the boardroom counting their billions, let's just pop back downstairs to see how things are really handled on the ground. Let's see how that slick corporate polish holds up when someone actually finds the evidence.
This is my favorite part. Their own head of safety, I mean the guy whose entire job it is to prevent this exact kind of shit, he proves the fire hazard exists. And what does he do? Does he raise the alarm? Nope. He commits spoliation of evidence by stealing the fucking proof. He takes the rotten wire and just walks out with it. I mean, you literally cannot make this shit up.
And that little story, that just brilliantly illustrates their entire business model. See, it's not about fixing problems, it's about hiding them. Which kind of begs the question, right? What if the Eugene isn't just some one-off fuck-up?
Yeah, what if? What if this isn't just one isolated incident, but the actual blueprint for how Brookfield runs its entire residential empire? What if ignoring a ticking sound until it becomes a full-blown catastrophe is just how they do business? Okay, let's make a ballsy assumption here. Based on their massive portfolio, let's just say they have at least 200 buildings just like this one. Now, we don't have an exact count because there's no way in hell they'd ever admit to it, but given the sheer size of their operations, 200 large residential properties in the US, That is a conservative goddamn guess. Because you gotta understand, this isn't just bad management. It's a calculated financial strategy. That whole deferred maintenance thing, that's not an oversight. It's a line item on a spreadsheet specifically designed to boost those distributable earnings they love to brag about. This is their entire MO.
So, okay, let's do the math. $30 million a pop to fix one building, times 200 buildings, and that comes out to over $6 billion. $6 billion, just to fix the shit they've already broken. Suddenly, that $6 billion in earnings they were bragging about doesn't look so hot, does it? Turns out it's already spent.
But wait, that's $6 billion? Oh, honey, that's just the appetizer. That is only the repair bill. We haven't even started talking about the legal shitstorm that's brewing. We're talking massive lawsuits for rent fraud, a federal antitrust case for price fixing, and of course, punitive damages for retaliating against tenants who had the audacity to, complain. This is a whole other universe of financial pain. So let's put it all together. When you add up all the repairs, all the fines, all the lawsuits for fraud and price fixing, and all the damages for being criminal-level greedy, what's the grand total? What is the final fucking price tag? What is the real cost of being a cunt? The absolute maximum this whole disaster could cost them? Over $10 billion. $10.45 billion. That, my friends, is the price of doing business like an asshole. That is the bill for systemic fucking negligence. So, pay up, cunts.